When the movie starts, we see the bottom of the sea, where gases from the earth are coming out. In the next scene, two young people are shown. The name of the girl is Emily, and the name of the boy is Randall. They are spending their vacation at the beach house that Randall's parents own. There are also a lot of empty houses close to this one. All of them were vacation houses. Just like Emily and Randall did, the rest of the people will also come to these houses in the same way. When a lot of people gather in the same place, it looks like a town. But at this point, there was only Emily and Randall. Emily then goes to the toilet. She sees that the water there is different from natural water. She also finds it strange that there were so many drugs in a cabin. This was so strange because that house had been empty for a long time. There was no one there. She goes to the kitchen after that. When she sees how bad it is, she is shocked, since it looked like someone lived here. When Emily is looking around the whole house, a woman comes running in. Emily gets scared and runs away. Emily watches them in secret and then goes upstairs to call Randall. But that woman leaves when her steps are heard. Before Randall could get there, she vanished. The whole house is checked. They can tell that the woman is hiding there. Randall wants to know why she is in their house, on which that woman says it's her house. Her husband comes there, too, and it turns out that Mitch and Jane are their names. They have known Randall's dad for a long time. He tells Randall that his father wanted us to live here. When she finds out that her trip has been ruined, she is very upset. She says that they will both rent a room, and he asks them both to dinner at their own house. Randall doesn't care, but Emily doesn't seem happy about it. She goes outside and sits down. As she looks around, she sees a snail that looks so lazy. It looked like it had a disease. Then they all eat dinner together at night. Jane also brought clams with her. Emily is the only one who doesn't eat clams. Emily tells them that she wants to learn about astrobiology. She says that life is so bad and that we have a deep mix of element rights. It shows the weather and how far away the sun is. People will disappear if anything moves out of place. We will all die, and only dust and gases will be left on this land. Even though they don't understand Emily, they still like listening to her talk because they like it. At the same time, so does their drink. Randall gives them arowana fish, and when they eat it, they feel full. Mitch also sees that the water has a strange feel to it, but he doesn't care. Then, these people are in a gallery when they see something very strange. There are many bacteria in the air. In fact, they live in water, so seeing them in the air was strange. Jane wants to get close to watch them, so Mitch lets her. She sees that there are frozen germs everywhere. She puts her hands on them. She starts to cough as soon as she touches them. It wasn't because of germs that this happened to her. It was hard for her to breathe because there was smoke. She feels dizzy. When Jane doesn't come back even after a long time, Mitch goes to find her. On the other hand, when Randall has been drinking, he doesn't know anything. Emily can see smoke coming into the house. She shuts the door, but this fog also gets her. She also feels dizzy. Emily wakes up in the middle of the night and sees that Jane is coughing. She goes to see her in her room. When Mitch sees her, he shuts and locks the door. Emily and Randall both go to sleep in their rooms. Both of them have terrible headaches when they wake up in the morning. They choose to go to the beach. When they go downstairs to leave, they see Jane sitting still. She wasn't giving them an answer. When Emily gets close to her, she sees that she has finished all of her drugs. As she gets closer, she can see that her skin is coming off. Both of them go outside to look for Mitch. They sit near the beach while they look for him. There, Randall starts to feel sick, so he runs to his room. In a rush, he leaves his keys and cell phone there. As soon as Randall goes, Mitch also gets there. He knows everything there is to know about Jane's health. Randall, on the other hand, sees that the water's texture, color, and smell have all changed. He doesn't care about this, and he starts going back to Emily. He hears a voice from the roof all of a sudden. Randall thinks Mitch is there. He goes up to look for him. Mitch, on the other hand, was with Emily. He tells her this is a strange place. He goes swimming after that. After moving ahead in the water for a while, he goes away. The show Emily moves forward. A jellyfish is under his foot. It hurts Emily. Emily sees a worm moving around in her wound. She looks around and sees that she can find the same jellyfish all over the sea. She runs home quickly and uses a tool to pull this bug out. Then she realizes that it's a stalk from that jellyfish, not a worm, which is a freak that has turned into a worm. Then she puts bands on her feet. She gets dressed and tries to get out of there. Randall doesn't get to her until he has to crawl. She can see that her health has also gotten worse. Jane did this to him, even though he was no longer a person but a zombie. They try to get away from Jane, but she will not let them go. They go to a nearby house to ask for help, but no one is there. Emily asks Randall how Jane did this to him, but he can't remember. They couldn't get out because they had left the keys on the beach. Then they see a man crawling towards them who looks like Jane. From there, they run. Fog comes in with night. They keep walking on a road, and Randall's state keeps getting worse. Then Emily finds a police car with a radio. She wants to get help by telling her story through it. She also hears back. Someone says that it is a very bad idea. She then asks if you're talking about fog. He tells her, no, it's not fog, and then their link breaks. She goes inside a house to avoid the fog. Emily sees that the water is different from what it used to be. It was changed in every way. They find out on TV that this is happening all over the country and not just to them. All of this is caused by microbes. These microorganisms live in water. But these are coming to the top because the earth is so hot, and there are a lot of them. These things are killing the human life form and making a new one. Their main goal is to kill people. Emily finds the car keys because they had to leave that place quickly. She goes down to a basement and finds gas tanks there. She could get rid of this fog with the help of these cylinders. It was too late, though. Randall throws up, and something strange comes out. He, too, slowly turns into a zombie. In the basement, Emily sees a man who is a total freak. He also ate the other person. Emily grabs this cylinder right away and runs up the stairs. She notices that Randall has also changed a lot. She couldn't do anything else to save her life. So, she uses this cylinder to crush Randall to death. She also finds the keys at the same time. She runs quickly to her car, but there is dust and fog in the air. She couldn't see anything, but she seems to be moving forward. Emily's car hits a tree all of a sudden. In Emily, we can also see some of that creature's traits. The next morning, Emily is on the beach. She had it all the way through. She kept telling him, don't be scared. She is suddenly carried away by a huge wave of water. In fact, what Emily said turned out to be true in the movie, that if these rights changed, we would be gone. This will happen one day, and it did happen because the earth is so hot. There were many microbes living in the rocks at the bottom of the sea. These bacteria spread through the water and caused damage. The movie ends here.